Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my first of a little mini series I'm going to be doing on my channel. It's going to be a prom series because I know proms are coming up. Personally, I didn't go to my prom for many different reasons, but mostly because I just really didn't want to. Like, I don't know, but going to prom is totally up to you. If you decide to, kudos, because I know it's going to be an awesome night for you. But anyway, this is the look I came up with. It's a very defined eye, but not, it's like dramatic but neutral at the same time. It's just like a cut crease, like a neutral cut crease with a nice winged liner. And this is the perfect look, I think, if you're going to rock a bold lip. Say you have like a black or a white dress, or just like, I don't know, you just don't want to do like crazy eye makeup. You just want the focus to be on your lips because you're like doing old Hollywood glamour with like a red lip or whatever. I think this is the perfect eye look to pair with it. And I showed you this pink lip, and then I also showed you another lip option, which is a purple one. But I think this look would go great with like a red lip or an orange lip or whatever other. You can even pair this with a nude lip if you're just not into like colored eyeshadows. But I think this is just a nice kind of neutral eye look that you can pair with basically any lip, and it'll look good on everybody. So if you want to learn how I got it, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to start by priming my face. We're not going to do the foundation first, but I'm just going to put the primer so it like sinks into my face as I'm working on the eyes. So I'm using the Smashbox Photofinish primer. This is going to be good for filling in pores and helping your makeup last longer throughout the long night. So it's like a dual purpose. So you're just going to put that on and spread it over your whole face. This is really just an extra step because I like doing it for like my personal skin, but I'm going to use the Smashbox Photofinish Hydrating Under Eye Primer just because under my eyes is pretty dry and I want to hydrate it. But if that's not an issue for you, then that's really just like unnecessary. Okay, now that that is on, I'm going to prime for eyeshadow. I'm going to be using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Any eyeshadow primer that you have is going to be fine. You just want to put it down so that your eyeshadows last all night. Okay, so first we're going to go into the Kat Von D Ladybird palette, which is an awesome palette because it's all matte shades, and it's just like cool tones, warm tones. It's just a great palette for like basics. I'm going to take the Sigma E40 Taper Blending Brush, and we're going to go into this shade right here, which is kind of like a soft brown color, like a very light brown. But I'm just going to use this as my transition shade, so I'm going to put it like right above my crease and just blend back and forth. And this is just going to add some depth in the crease and just also make a nice transition up to the brow bone, but mostly it just makes it look like a natural shadow in there. And this shade looks a lot lighter in the pan than it actually does on the eyes. Like when I look at it, it kind of looks like my skin tone, but then I put it on and it's like a nice transition color. So, okay, now we're going to go in with this end color here on a blending E25 brush from Sigma. And you're just going to tap it in, kind of getting all of the product on the very tips of the brush. You don't want to like pack it on too much. We're just going to go a little lower and just kind of place the product in kind of a rounded motion. And then you can wipe off the brush and blend it out more. And now we're going to switch palettes. I'm going to move to my Too Faced A Few of My Favorite Things palette. I haven't used this on my channel in a while, but I still love it. Wow. I just dipped my whole finger into the black. Okay, so I'm going to take this Whiskers on Kitten shade up here because it's like a cream. It's like a matte with gold sparkle in it. And that's kind of the effect I want. I don't want like a metallic shade on the lid. I just want something that's neutral but has like shimmers in it. So I'm going to take the E55 eye shading brush and get that Whiskers on Kittens color on it. And then I'm going to place that all over the lid. And take it right, like don't take it above the crease, just take it right on that lid in a rounded shape. So this is going to add kind of like a subtle sparkle to the eye. Okay, so now I'm going to take an E45 small tapered blending brush and go back to the Kat Von D palette and take this brown shade here, the darkest brown in it. And it's a very warm brown, which is why I chose it, because I like warm browns. But basically any kind of dark, not dark brown, but like kind of a medium to dark brown. And we're going to just get all of the product on the very tip of the brush. So just tap it in there like that, and then tap off any extra. And just with the very tip of the brush, we're going to kind of trace the crease line. And then I'm going to take my E25 blending brush and just blend it in. Only on the top. Only blend the top portion of it. And now with an E30 pencil brush, I'm going to go into the darkest brown that we're going to use, which is dark chocolate from the Too Faced palette. And once again, I'm just going to get the very tips of the brush covered in product, tap off any extra, and even more detailed than the color before, we're just going to go straight into that crease. Do this with a very soft hand. Oh, I forgot that this palette smells like chocolate. It's delicious. And now I'm just going to go back with Whiskers on Kittens and just pack some more on, just to get that pigmentation back in case any of those darker brown shades fell onto the lid. Okay guys, so I put on my foundation and my brows. What I did for foundation was I did a mix of Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo foundation and NARS Sheer Glow. I only did this because this is too light for me at the moment, so I mixed it with this because this is darker. But you definitely want to go with a long wearing foundation and something that's, yeah, just a long wearing foundation, which is usually matte. I would go with that because you're going to be taking a lot of pictures, and if you go with a dewy finish, you're going to look oily throughout the night in your pictures, and those pictures last you a lifetime. So I would go with something matte and long wearing, even if you have dry skin, just because you're going to be sweating all night, dancing and stuff, so you want something that's going to stay on, and you don't want something that's going to make you look even greasier when a picture is taken. So I put that on with a damp beauty blender just because that's how I put on most of my foundations, but I think it's just very important that you blend it out, and especially blend it down your neck, because most dresses are going to be low cut, maybe not low cut, but it's going to be showing your neck area, so you want it to be as even as possible. So blend it out very well. And then for my brows, I know girls in high school, I know when I was in high school I didn't fill in my brows like whatsoever, but I think for prom night, I think you should fill them in just a little, just to frame your face, because you're going to be wearing a lot of makeup, or more makeup than usual, and it just helps to frame the face. So I used my Anastasia Dip Brow and my Gimme Brow from Benefit, but if you're not used to filling in your brows, I would just take a brown eyeshadow and just kind of like fill in any sparse areas, and then like trace along the bottom, and then do some quick brow gel or like a clear mascara, and you're set. Just like fill them in a little, just so that it frames your face. Anyway, so now I'm going to conceal under my eyes. I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, but you can use like anything that you have. I would definitely get something a few shades lighter just to highlight your face. It's just an easy way to do it. And I'm going in a triangle motion and bringing it right the way out here, because I want to clean up that edge of the eyeshadow to make it as sharp as possible, and also going right into the inner corner of the eye, because that's where I get the darkest. And I'm also going to take some down the bridge of my nose and up into like kind of a, like it's a flower on your forehead, and then also on my chin and my cupid's bow. And I'm going to blend that out with a beauty blender as well. And for this inner corner, I'm just going to take my finger and press it in just because I don't want the big beauty blender to ruin the eyeshadow. So now to finish up the eyes, I'm going to highlight under the brow. I'm going to use the Chella Ivory Lace Highlighter just because it's natural, easy, and I like it. So I put that on. Now I'm going to take a concealer F70 brush and just blend it out. Before I go any further, I'm just going to set my under eye concealer because I don't want it to move with the Becca translucent blotting powder with the tapered highlight F35 brush. Just because if it sits there for too long, it'll start to crease, and I don't want that to happen. I look like a serious crazy person right now. So for a little added pizzazz on that brow bone, I'm going to take this Sweet Dreams pigment from Makeup Geek. I don't want to like tip it over, but it's basically just like kind of a satin cream shade. And on that F55 brush that we used for the lid, I'm just going to put that under the brow. You could also use this for the lid too. I didn't realize that until right now. And then I'm going to do right in the inner corner too to brighten up the eyes. And now on the bottom, I'm going to first line my waterline with this NYC Black Brown Velvet Eyeliner. Yeah, so then I'm going to take this dark brown shade that we used in the Kat Von D palette on a E15 flat definer brush. And I'm just going to press that right into the lashes. And then with the E30 pencil brush, I'm going to take the kind of orangey brown shade on the end, and I'm going to smoke out this bottom lash line. And the key to this is just to keep blending. Like, even if you think you're going down too far, just keep blending and it'll eventually blend out to be as pretty as possible. So now I'm going to take the small angle E65 brush and my Napoleon Perdis gel liner, and I'm going to do a nice winged liner on the top lash line. This is really going to clean up the whole look. Okay, now I'm going to do some mascara and false lashes. I'm doing the TheBalm What's Your Type mascara. I don't know, I had this in my drawer and I figured I'd use it. And then I'm going to put on these number 48 butterfly lashes. And I'm going to be using the Kiss Clear Strip Lash Adhesive because my duo dried out or like wasn't working very well anymore. And this thing is kind of cool. It has like this little weird angled thing. It's a lot easier to get the glue on. But I'm going to be doing that and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, the lashes are on. It's now starting to come together. I'm really liking it. But my face looks like ghostly, so I need to highlight and contour. So first for contouring, as usual with any full face I do, I'm going to use my Groundwork paint pot and my F50 Duo Fiber brush. Just tap in that product right on the tips of the brush and then go right underneath the cheekbones. A lot of times I forget to not powder when I'm doing this, but make sure that you don't powder your face like before you do this. You need, because it's a cream product, you don't want to put a cream over a powder, so just remember to powder afterwards. Along the jawline so you look a little bit slimmer. Although in high school I didn't really need to worry about that because I was super skinny back then. I didn't even go to my prom, did you guys? Well, then again, obviously you would be going to prom if you're watching this video. I suppose, anyway. Some people just watch it for fun. I know I do. And then just up on the temples. Okay, so what I'm going to do to set it is I'm going to take my little kind of weird brush from my Hoola bronzer and my NYX matte bronzer in medium. Just going to tap it in there and give myself even more of a dramatic contour, because I figure the more contouring the better, especially for an event like prom. Because when you see those selfies, you're going to be like, ooh, look at them cheekbones, girl. So you'll do like straight like this to get the product there, and then you'll rub back and forth up and down to blend it out. I'm going to do a little around my nose as well. And the fact that you put a cream down first is going to help it last throughout the night also. And a little under my lip for some poutiness. And remember, around the forehead. Okay. And now, because this look is to be paired with a bold lip, I'm going to do a very neutral blush, which is this Bella Pierre Cosmetics Mineral Blush in Desert Rose. It looks like that. It's kind of just like, I would say it's like Rockateur without the shimmer. So, you know how like Rockateur is kind of a neutral color? It's like that, but without the shimmer, which makes it even more neutral. And I'm going to put that on with my Large Angled Contour F40 brush. And right on the backs of the cheeks. I don't really want it on the apples. I want it on the backs of the cheeks because I feel like this just makes your face look more structured. I feel like putting it on the apples makes you look more youthful, and for prom I think we all want to look a little bit more grown up for the night, even if our dads yell at us. And then with that same Sweet Dreams pigment we used on the eyes, I'm going to take my F35 tapered highlighting brush and use this to highlight on my cheekbones and down the center of my face. Oh my god, it's heavenly when you put it on as like a face highlight. Ooh. It's like glam to the max. You see that? Ooh, ah. I think it is an absolute must to highlight for any special event. Honestly, I highlight every single day of my life, but okay. And now, finally, for the grand event is the bold lip. I have two options here. One is a Maybelline Color Elixir in Vision in Violet, so it's like a purple shade. And then I have one of my all-time favorites, Maybelline's Color Sensational Vivids in Fuchsia Flash, which is like the hottest pink of all time. And so the lip liner I have here to pair with the violet color is this Jordana Quick Liner for lips in Sugar Plum. I think you definitely should line your lips before any lip color you put on, because it's just going to help it last so much longer. And wow, I'm shaking the camera. It's just going to help it last so much longer, and you won't have to be worried about touching up as much, because you will be eating at prom and drinking, whether it's alcoholic or not. I won't judge you. And yeah, I would just fill in the whole lip, because once that lipstick or lip gloss wears off, you'll still have color there. It'll help it so it doesn't wear off all patchy and weird. Ooh, I've actually never worn this. I'm like really excited. Oh my god. Just imagine this look with like a beautiful prom dress. You have like your nice defined eyes and then your pop of lip. Ooh. I feel like Barney with a green tank top and purple lips, but I love it. Now that this one is on and you can see it, we're going to move on to the next lip option. Okay, so the lip liner I have to pair with the pink lip is NYX lip liner in Dolly Pink. And then, this is Maybelline Color Sensational Vivids in Fuchsia Flash number 865. So this is the other lip option. And I guess that's it for the final look, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this first installation of my little prom series. I think I'm going to be doing 2 more looks, but don't quote me on that because life gets crazy sometimes and I don't always keep my promises, but I'm really going to try. I'm actually going to go wash my face and probably do another one. But I hope you liked this. Remember that all of the products I used, you don't have to use the exact same products. You can use anything that you have that's comparable. Like the eyeshadows, if you have drugstore versions that are like similar colors, use that. Use whatever you have because prom gets crazy expensive, I know. That's part of the reason I didn't go to mine, because I was like, way too much money, too much stress. I don't even want to deal with it. But use whatever you have. Some of this stuff was high-end, some of it was drugstore, but oh, another tip I have for you is my lashes that I have on. I know lashes can get expensive in the drugstore. I know they're only $4 or $5, but I get all of mine on loveeyelashes.com. I'll leave the link down below, but they're all like no more than $2 on, well, Ardell and Andrea and all those that you see in the drugstore are still the same price, but all the other ones like Butterfly, like Cream, like Red Cherry, Miss Adoro, all those are like $150 tops. And so I buy like all my lashes in bulk and then I just have them and it's awesome. So I will leave that link down below. I'll see if I can find like a coupon code or anything, but I definitely recommend getting your lashes online because it's so much cheaper and you have so many more options, because whenever I go to the drugstore, them Ardell Demi Wispies are forever sold out. I don't think I've ever owned them because they're always sold out, but I have so many other Demi Wispies from other brands because they're like the same thing. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this look. Remember to thumbs it up if you did. Leave me comments telling me about your prom. Actually, I want to know how your prom experience was, if you're going, well, if you went already, and if you're going, tell me what kind of dress you have. Yeah, I want to know all about prom down below. Remember to follow me on Instagram and on Twitter so we can stay in touch, and I guess that's it, guys. Oh, and subscribe if you're not already, because I want you to. So bye, guys.